Welcome to NYC.com.
What's good? It's AP, one in a billion, and I'm back. Sad news: Nelson Mandela, the former and first black president of South Africa, he's currently in a terrible state right now. I mean, the guy's 94 years old, but he's currently in the hospital and he's on his deathbed, according to reports. There have been reports out there saying that Nelson Mandela has already passed. We're not knowing how true those statements are, but what we will do is we will celebrate him for the great things that he's done. The government was real racist over in South Africa, which they might still be today, because I have been to Africa. South Africa, Johannesburg, pretty much was still in slavery, okay? And this was supposedly up into the 1980s. I can confirm through me going to Africa in 2002 that the slavery still kind of existed. You still had, when I visited Africa, you still had guys that were acting as if the white man was superior to them and calling them boss and bossy or whatever they would say. I mean, for all of you young black kids growing up right now, you need to know who Nelson Mandela is. Nelson Mandela, he is someone who fought for your freedom. You know what I mean? He did it more in a way similar to a Dr. King, where it was non-violent. It wasn't about violence. You know what I mean? Which is a great thing. I also have respect to those, the Huey Newtons, the Elijah Muhammad's, the Malcolm X. I have respect for those two that did do it violently and by force as well. Why? Because they were fighting for our rights so that we could have freedom today, so that, you know what I mean, you would be able to go in the court, shoot a jump shot, and it's all good. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even be able to do that before. You would be picking some cotton or doing something that you definitely wouldn't want to do. You know what I mean? Doing work not out of your own free will. So within that, all I'm saying is have pride in who you are and know who those great people were before you, and do something great with your life so that people can celebrate you for greatness, not for foolishness. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? Don't be a pawn just for money. At the end of the day, money isn't everything. It's not the answer to all things. Jesus Christ is the answer to all things. You know what I mean? So I'm praying for Nelson Mandela and his family, his wife Winnie Mandela, and the rest of the Mandela family. I will say this one thing, that it was a little weird to me when I went to Africa. There were some people who saw him kind of in a bad light. Some of the residents that said that, oh, he's a sellout or this or that. That kind of confused me. I only was there for a couple of weeks, and I don't know. If you are someone that lived in Africa, in South Africa that is, tell me what your perception of Nelson Mandela is. Because me growing up in America and just seeing from the outside in, I love what he did. You know what I mean? He stood for what he believed in, to help all of us. Maybe you might have wanted him to do a lot more, but you know, when politics gets involved, when it's political, it's only but so much you could do. You know what I mean? Look at what President Obama goes through on a daily basis. There's only so much you could do. You gotta rub everybody's back. You know what I mean? So you tell me, what do you think Nelson Mandela's greatest legacy will be? I'm AP, one in a billion, and I'm out.